Assalamualaikum. Today our topic is proportionality. Its second name is variation. So today we will discuss about proportionality. Also called variation. Okay. So the symbol of proportionality is like that. Proportional symbol. Okay. So let's start. First of all, we will discuss that how we have to write it. So if the statement is that y is directly proportional to x, so how we will write it? We will write it like that y is proportional to x. So let me tell you one important thing. If y is directly proportional to any variable, that variable will be in numerator. If y is inversely proportional to any variable, that variable will be in the denominator. So after that, how we will convert it? After that, we will write it y is equal to k of x. We will make this equation of this statement. So actually the main thing is that we have to convert the proportionality sign. Like proportionality sign will be converted into is equal to k, is equal to k when we are going to make the equation. So let's do some more statements. Okay, so if y is inversely proportional to x, then how we will write it? Then we will write it that y is inversely proportional to inversely means you have to write x in the denominator. So this is the difference between directly and inversely proportional. This symbol is of just proportion. If we are going to write about directly proportional, so the next variable will be in the numerator, and if we are going to write about inversely proportional, then that symbol will be in the that variable will be in the denominator. Just this is the main difference, but the sign is of just proportional. Okay, so third okay, how we will write it? We will write it in equation y is equal to k over x. In place of 1, we will write k. In place of the proportional sign, we will write is equal to. Okay, so some more statement we will do. If y is directly proportional to the square of x, Then how we will write it? Then we will write it y is directly proportional. So directly means this variable will be in the numerator. But here the keyword is square of x. Square of x. So we have to read it very carefully. Square of x means x square will be in the numerator like that. And if we are going to write in the form of equation, that will be y is equal to k x square. Okay, so if y is inversely proportional to cube of x, then how we will write it? Then we will write it y is inversely proportional. The keywords are inversely proportional and cube of x. So please read the statement very carefully, that it is inversely proportional or directly proportional, and to which variable. So here the variable is cube of x square. The term is cube of x square. So how we will write it? Inversely means that term will be in the denominator. Cube of x will be x cube. So how we will write it in the form of equation? Y is equal to k over x cube. So next, if y is inversely proportional to square root of x, then how we will write it? So here the key terms are inversely and square root of x. So how we will write it? In the form of proportionality, y is inversely means that we will write that variable in the denominator, that term in the denominator. So 1 over square root of x means square root of x. And how we will write it in the form of equation? Y is equal to k over under root x. So here we will do now some past paper questions. You can see that this question is of October November 21 P21, question number 14. Y is inversely proportional to the square root of x. So what are the key terms here? Key terms are inversely proportional and square root of x minus 2. So first of all, we will just read the statement and we will write our equation. If y is inversely proportional to the square root of x, so we will write inversely means square root of x minus 2 will be in the denominator, like square root of x minus 2 will be written like that. This will be our first step. And how we will write it in the form of equation? Y is equal to k over under root x minus 2. So now what we will do? After that we have to read the second line. When x is equal to 4.25, y is equal to 12. We have to use these values to find the value of k now. This is our second step. So when x is equal to 4.25, we will put these values in the main equation, that is y is equal to k over under root x minus 2. This will be our main equation. Okay, so now we will find the value of k by using these values. y is equal to 12, k over under root x is 4.25 minus 2, and 12 is equal to k over under root 2.25. 12 multiplied by k is equal to 12 multiplied by under root 2.25, and the value of k is 18. So now what we have to find? We have to find x when y is equal to 3. Now we will use y is equal to 3 and k is equal to 18 and put these values in the main equation, in the same equation. This is the main equation. Okay. So now we will put y is equal to 3 and k is equal to 18 in the same equation, like 3 is equal to 18 over, we will start from the top because we can complete our question within this space. Okay, 3 is equal to 18 over under root x minus 2. So what we have done here, we just put the value of k and y, this y value, in the same equation, and we will get the value of x. So the cross multiplication, x minus 2 will be there, and 18 over 3, 3 6 are 18, under root x minus 2 is equal to 6. We will take square on both sides, so x minus 2 square is equal to 6 square square, and square root will be cancelled. X minus 2 is equal to 36. So x is equal to 36 plus 2. So x is equal to 38. So 38 is the final answer. Okay, so this was the question of inversely proportional. Let's do one question of directly proportional. So as you can see, this is May June 21 P21 paper. If y is directly proportional to the square root of x minus 3 when x is equal to 28 and y is equal to 20, then what we have to do? Okay. Okay, the keywords are directly proportional and the square root of x minus 3. What we will do here, directly proportional, y is directly proportional to, so y is proportional to, direct means we will write it in the numerator, square root of x minus 3. Square root of x minus 3 will be written like that. We will convert it in equation like k under root x minus 3. So this is our main equation of this question. Now what we will do, we will read the second line, when x is equal to 28 and y is equal to 20. So we will use these values, to find the value of k. So we will put y20, k as it is, and 28 minus 3. 20 is equal to k. 28 minus 3 is 25, and 20 is equal to under root 25 is 5k. So k is equal to 20 over 5. K is 5 4 the 20. The value of k is 4. Now what we will do? The third step is we will find the value of y when x is equal to 39. Now we have to use x is equal to 39 and k is equal to 4, and we will get the value of y, and we will put these values in the same equation. This is our main equation. Okay. So what we will do here? X is equal to 39, y is equal to k4, and 39 minus 3, y is equal to 4, under root 39 minus 3 is 36, y is equal to 4 into under root 36 is 6, so y is equal to 24. So we got our answer as 24. So let's do one or two more examples. Z in inversely proportional to the square of y minus 2. Z in is inversely proportional to square of y minus 2. So let's write Z is proportional to, as it is inversely proportional, and square of y minus 2. Inversely means that should be in the denominator, and square of y minus 2 will be like that. Okay, now we will convert it in equation, like it will become k over y minus 2 whole square. Now what we will do, we will put the values of y and z in this equation. Y is equal to 5 and z is equal to 9. So z is equal to 9, k as it is, and y minus 2, 5 minus 2 whole square. So 9 is equal to k over 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 square. 9 is equal to k over 9, and the value of k is 9 9 are 81. 9 and 9 will be multiplied, so our answer will be 81. So now what we will do, what the question is asking, that find z in terms of y. What does it mean? It means that we just have to find the formula, find the equation. We don't have to find any value, we just have to make the equation in the form of z and y, z in terms of y. So put all these values, put just k in the final equation. In the main equation, z is equal to k over y minus 2 whole square. Z will remain as it is, k is 81, and y minus 2 will remain as it is. So this is our final answer, 81 over y minus 2 whole square. So because question was asking that find z in terms of y, so z in terms of y, we just have to write it like that. We just for this we just have to put the value of k in the main equation, and we will get our main equation. Okay, so one more question of directly proportional, this one. So this is a question of May June 20 paper 22. So now what we will do, y is directly proportional to q plus 2 whole square. So directly means that p is proportional to, directly means we will just write in it in numerator, and the equation is p is equal to k q plus 2 whole square. So to find the value of k now, we have to put q is equal to 1 and p is equal to 1. P is equal to 1, k will remain as it is, q1 plus 2 whole square. 1 is equal to k 3 square. So 1 is equal to 9k, and k is equal to 1 over 9. So now what we will do, what we have to find p when q is equal to 10. So here we have to find the value of p. So we will put q is equal to 10 and k is equal to 1 by 9 in the main equation. This is our main equation here. So p is equal to k 1 by 9, and q is 10 plus 2 whole square. P is equal to 1 by 9, 10 plus 2, 12 whole square. P is equal to 12 square divided by 9, 16. So final answer is 16. So that's it. I hope you have understand this topic. So If you like this video, please share it with your friends, and please subscribe my channel. If you have any question, you can leave in comment section. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.